Mequon Municipal Water Utility. Please let the record show that we are all still here. And first up, we have approval of the meeting minutes from March 14th.
Move to approve.
Motion and a second. Are there any comments or questions on the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The minutes are approved. Next up, we have discussion item. Resolution 4045, resolution authorizing a development agreement for Swan Ridge Farms Phase 1, consisting of 41 lots of a 83-lot subdivision located immediately south and west of 10129 North Swan Road. Director Lundin is presenting this one, or not? Or is it?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And for this discussion, we're asking you just to focus on Section 12AX, which refers to the reimbursement for public water infrastructure. You may recall that we were before you last month to otherwise discuss an amendment to the water connection policy related to public infrastructure reimbursement. So one of the things that's included in the packet is the finalization of that amendment language, which includes, amongst other things, the requirement that where there is consideration of reimbursement for upsizing of main, so in other words, where the subdivision may only require a smaller size main, but the system itself requires a larger main, that the requirement is that it ultimately be bid both ways, and the amount subject to reimbursement would be the difference between the two, subject to Water Utility Commission approval, and that for all other items, it would be negotiated through the development agreement. Unfortunately, the vast amount of infrastructure is just too wide to be able to anticipate in a policy item at this point, especially since we've never done it before. So this is the first one that otherwise contemplates such an arrangement. So Section 12AX otherwise mimics that language as it relates to the reimbursement for upsizing, being the difference between bidding it both ways. In this case, we do anticipate that there will be upsizing. This will ultimately be the transmission main that would be constructed in Swan Road, but because it's adjacent to the Mequon Nature Preserve, the transmission main will actually go through the subdivision itself. So the components of that may be upsizing would be subjected to this policy. And then the other element of that is related to the meter pit installation. You may recall we were able to negotiate with Milwaukee Water Works to relocate the second connection to Swan Road, both in anticipation of this development and for the ultimate service for the utility itself. With that second connection will require the installation of a meter pit that ultimately measures how much water we are ultimately selling so that we can pay our bills. That's a requirement of the addition for this transmission main. So we will otherwise be leveraging this development for that installation and essentially propose a cost share that is based on that equitable increase of the upsizing of the pipe. So we'll need the bids to ultimately determine what that is, and that would also come to the Water Utility Commission for approval. Tonight, it's just the DA language itself that we're otherwise recommending approval of.
Thank you. Any questions from the commission? Must have been remarkably straightforward. I thought it was.
I'd move to approve resolution 4045 as written.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Resolution 4045 is recommended on to the council. Is there a motion to adjourn the Water Utility Commission meeting?
Move to adjourn.
Motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye. We are adjourned.